Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this month's edition of the Hello Woodlands Nonprofit of the Month Highlight. Hi, I'm Randy Lovelace with Paragon Independent Insurance, and I'm here through the magic of Zoom with my new friend, Jeff Shilanski, and he is with FOB Rasor. He is the founder and director of FOB Rasor, and we're going to let Jeff tell us about the organization. Got a list of questions. Maybe I should spread them out, but what is FOB Rasor? What's your mission? How'd you come up with the name? And by the end of your explanation, I know we're all going to know how you help the community, but then how can the community help you? And so, Jeff, I'm going to just be quiet right now and let you take over and tell us everything about FOB Rasor.
Good afternoon, sir, and thank you so much for letting me be on board for this. FOB Rasor, Forward Operating Base Rasor. That's the name of our organization. I can't begin to tell you what it is until I tell you how it started. I'll make it real quick, but a little over 4 years ago, I'm a retired Marine, spent 21 years in the Marine Corps Infantry. About 4 years ago, I was in a grave situation. I'm an alcoholic. I suffer from post-traumatic stress, anxiety, depression, and I found myself about 1.5 pounds of trigger pull away from ending my own life. I'm not going to get into what stopped me from doing it, but I will tell you that I made a phone call and I found myself in rehab within a couple of days. And I thought I was going to go to rehab to get cured of what ailed me, and they told me, "Yo, Gunny, that's not what we do here. We're just going to get you healthy enough to try to get some help." And so I met this gentleman in a halfway house by the name of Bobby, who was a Korean War veteran. He spent a year in a Chinese POW camp, so he understood the trials and tribulations of what veterans go through. And he also understood what it was like to be a slave to a beverage, like I was as an alcoholic. And he walked me through a 12-step way of living, not just for alcohol, like in Alcoholics Anonymous, but we applied a similar 12-step way of living to everything else that ailed me, to the nightmares, to the post-traumatic stress, to the anger, the anxiety, the depression. And, I found the new way of life. Now, to answer your question, how did we get the name of FOB Rasor, Forward Operating Base Rasor? I called it Rasor based after my best friend, Joe Rasor. Joe Rasor and I fought in Iraq and Afghanistan together. When I say best friends, we were best friends. We were together all the time. And we're also from the same hometown, but, just outside of Tampa, Florida. And I was 6 months into my recovery, still pretty raw, almost like an exposed nerve at that point. And I found out that Rasor had taken his own life. Mm. And I wasn't in a place where I could have known. I had no idea. But I kept working my program and I kept doing what I had to do. And about a year ago, my then girlfriend, now bride, asked me if we could do anything, what would it be? And I said, I would really like to start something where I can give back to the veterans like my buddy Bobby did me. And March of 2020, FOB Rasor, named after my buddy Joe, Forward Operating Base Rasor, was open, sir. And that's where we're at.
Well, that's amazing. And I just from that start right there, I can see and hear the passion and
Yes,
the determination and stuff. And kudos to you for being able to pull yourself up and take control of things like that. So that's awesome. So then I was saying FOB, it's FOB Rasor. Okay, I stand corrected. So FOB Rasor, what is your mission going forward for obviously all the veterans that are out there? What is that program?
FOB Rasor is if you're in the military, you understand it. It's a 3T process. It's a train the trainer. We are a veteran-led, veteran-ran peer support group. we meet as a group of veterans. So there's, 1% of this country, less than, makes up your veteran population. We are a small group of people. So it's hard to find people that understand and have been through what we've been through and how and all the things that come with it. But we come together and we have men and women who have gone through it and are on the other side. And we have men and women who are starting to feel it and just now starting to get help. And we walk each other through this way of life via meetings. We also walk each other through this life through sponsorship, walking the new veteran, the new join, the new lifer for life, walking him through this 12-step program. And at the end of the day, we encourage and we find that all of these veterans, when they receive this new lease on life, this new way of dealing with life on life's terms, that they're compelled to give away what they receive so freely. They're more than happy to start the process again and start this 3T, train the trainer process. And it's literally the gift that keeps on giving. And that's what we're all about at FOB Rasor as far as our work with one another as veterans.
Wow, that's amazing. And I think at least from my perspective, when I'm thinking about this whole subject matter, I guess my feeling is that it's primarily men. That's my first thought, that men have problems and that they need the help. But women need help as well, obviously. It looks like you're starting a women's only meeting group. Is that right?
Absolutely. We're in the process of doing it. We got some hard charging female veterans they're grabbing this bull by the horn, and they're like, "Hey, Gunny, we need our own meeting. We need our own meeting." And we're like, absolutely. We've been wanting it. We just didn't want to task anybody. We wanted somebody to take the bull by the horns and say they wanted to do it, and we've got that. So now we're going to implement our female-only veteran meeting. And you know what? There is a lot of female veterans who have served and need some help as well. They're kind of forgotten about sometimes. And so FOB Rasor we have our Saturday meeting. We're all invited, and that's great. But we're also going to have a little bit of a pivot and have a female-only meeting so they can talk about what they want to talk about and not have to worry about what somebody else may misunderstand or may not understand at all.
Right. Now, the best way to contact you as far as getting involved, whether you're been through the steps and you want to help out, or you need the help and you need the meetings and so forth, how do you suggest that they contact you? What's the best way?
My phone number, I only have one phone number, and it's on FOBRasor.org. It's 281-573-7250. You can call me. You can link up with me. My email address is on FOBRasor.org. Facebook, you can message me at FOB Rasor. FOB Rasor, FOBRASOR. And I'm not hard to find. I'm not hiding from anybody. I promise you, sir.
Well, and I can also tell that I think you've got a little sense of humor. There I've noticed on your Facebook, it looks like you've got a little Aussie in you. I've seen some video clips there in promoting the buddy check system, and so I do invite anyone to go on the Facebook and see some of those videos that you put out there, because those are hilarious. But getting a point across, and that's really good. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We at FOB Rasor like to think of buddy is only half a word. The other half of the word is check. There's a lot of awareness. A lot of people are aware of what's going on in the veteran world. There's an enemy that's taken almost 22 of us a day, and a lot of people are aware of it. We're saying let's do something about it.
Yeah.
Check on a veteran, call a veteran, see how they're doing. If you feel like they're having issues, be direct and come out front and ask them what's going on. And you know what? Once you check on them, task them with checking on somebody else. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Let's just check on each other. And at the end of the day, the veteran may end up